Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about protecting your energy. So in case you feel kinda drained out because maybe you may sense that there's a different energy present, or you just feel like your energy went all over the place and suddenly you're drained out. Suddenly you feel like you're not fully yourself. Like something is missing, like you're falling and at the same time flying, and you need to ground your roots a little bit. I want to give you some practical steps to protect your energy for these days and the days ahead, because we're moving through very interesting times, and you already know that, because if we look around we may see that so much is changing and we just don't know what to hold on to, right? And the greatest thing you can truly hold on to is your inner peace. If you don't have that, then that's where we should start, right? So my friends, the first thing that will help you to protect your energy is to pay close attention to your, I call it an intuitive calling. So what is an intuitive calling? We all feel it. We are all in tune with it. But because of constant external distraction, we may just ignore it. Sometimes we may feel like it's not important. Sometimes we may feel like it's not present or it's not loud enough, and that's why we don't want to listen. But the truth is that it's a gentle voice. And the purpose that it's a gentle voice is so we can learn to listen that gentle voice. Because everything external is so loud. We are bombarded with information. That's why only those who truly learn to calm themselves down, to truly tap into that inner peace, inner quietness, are able to listen to their intuition. But the truth is that people who learn to listen to their intuition suddenly started to live a greater life, a life of their dreams, like a life they truly feel more fulfilled and more passionate for living, for creating, for doing what they truly love. So there's the magic. When we learn to listen and follow to our intuitive calling, and it's always present. So what it has to do with protecting of our energy? Well, it has everything to do, because your spirit is always trying to communicate with you through your intuition, and if you're ignoring it, you may be constantly following certain things which may seem interesting on the surface, but suddenly it can lead you to so many different information which are leading you to so much more information, and suddenly your mind is all over the place, and suddenly you feel emotionally overwhelmed, and suddenly you don't know who you actually are. So pay close attention to your intuitive calling, what you feel you need to do, what you feel that you need to do right at this moment. If just for a moment you pause this video, you close your eyes, maybe you put your hands over your heart or over your stomach, and you take a deep breath, and you breathe out, and you just ask yourself, what I truly need right now. And pay attention. Maybe the answer will be really, really simple. Like, you just need to let everything go. You just need some quietness. You just need to declutter your life, your mind maybe. You just need to step outside and take some fresh breaths. You just need to step into the forest, or whatever it is. Those are always simple solutions. Everything is really simple when we stop complicating things. Intuition is simple, and you will learn that. If you are following it, you already know that, right? The second thing that will help you to protect your energy is to eliminate external distractions. So it doesn't mean that you completely cut the streams of information. Whatever your job is or whatever you're working on in life, most probably you need to be informed about certain things. So rather than just looking and always be alert to what's happening, find some trustful sources so you can stay informed. But most of the time, eliminate external distraction. Because anything that is not helping you to grow and evolve and expand your perception in a loving and compassionate way is a distraction. And everything that is distracting you is draining your energy. That's where you're wasting a lot of your energy. So, for example, when I've started making daily videos, I've learned that I can't actually make daily videos if I'm living my life as same as before. So I've started building discipline in my life. The way that I've started decluttering my life from the things that are not allowing me to do what I love to do. And after some time, I've noticed that I have much more energy. I'm feeling much better. And it feels like my life is much more disciplined, but it feels so effortless that it's hard to call it a discipline. It's like I would be just plugged to that natural flow of life where I feel naturally creative, where I'm able to express my authentic self. So I've learned that by eliminating external distraction helps us to get so much of our energy back. So whatever that may resonate with you, that you should let go of, work on it. Let it go and focus on what is important to you, what can help you grow. Try it for a few days and you will see if it works for you. You know, if you're spending a lot of time scrolling on the phone, think about how much time you're actually wasting. Remember, in previous video I said time is divine because each moment is an opportunity to learn something new, to evolve, to expand, to become more true to ourselves. And all we are actually talking about is to protecting our spiritual peace and truth. That's what we've lost in the past. And we're now learning to protect it so we can stand in it, so we can learn to express more of it, right? So eliminate external distractions. The third thing I want to mention here is that maybe you feel a bit dreamy. Do you feel a bit dreamy, like your mind is flying a little bit in the clouds and your roots are not deep enough? So take more time to be grounded, my friends, and maybe be a bit slower. You know, we are kind of subconsciously trained to always rush. Do things fast so we can experience fast results. And it's natural to think that way. Actually, it's not natural, but that's how most people think right now, because that's how the system designed us to be, right? Everything is moving faster. We need to think faster. We need to start learning faster so we can comprehend things faster, so we can do everything faster, so we can get nowhere faster. So, you know, everything is faster. And because we're not following the pace of everything, we feel like we need to push ourselves. And because it doesn't feel right, we start forcing ourselves to push ourselves. And because it still doesn't feel right, we feel exhausted, right? We feel drained out. We feel like we don't belong to this world anymore. What's going on? Like, where everything is going? Do you feel like that? And that's why your mind is kind of dreamy, because it's easy to escape to that pace and all that happening with our mind. You know, we can mentally project ourselves to somewhere else, but still our body is here and we need to take care of it. That's why we're talking about protecting our energy. So rather than constantly rushing, you know, we have a lot of free time actually. We have a lot of time for ourselves. But most people actually don't use it in the right way. That's why even when we have a time for us. We spend it on the phone, we spend it on reading social media and news and everything. But where are we? Where there is a me time, right? My time for my spiritual peace, finding my truth, finding my ground, right? Where's that time? Make sure that it becomes your priority, because it's your foundation. It's your pillar on which you are building life. So make sure that it becomes your priority, that your you time, where you start cultivating more of that inner peace, more of that harmony within yourself becomes your priority. That will help you to protect so much of your energy. So if you feel dreamy, make sure to slow yourself down. Do something creative. Read a good book, meditate, and also stay active physically. You know, when we're constantly rushing, we forget about our bodies. That's why so many people are unhealthy. So, you know, since the beginning of time, people were active because they understood that our bodies needs to be active, right? But in the past, when people were working outside in the field, later there were farms and people were constantly working on those fields. It was natural, like people were always active. But as we evolved, technologically speaking, we forgot about that. So, my friends, take care of your physical body. It will help you to connect with yourself. You know, there's one thing which is a spiritual evolution when we are evolving spiritually. But then we need to learn to ground this energy into our physical body so we can express it through it. So also be physically active in a way that resonates with you. It can be a workout, it can be a yoga, it can be a tai chi, or whatever you prefer. You know the best. So take care about it. The fourth thing that will help you to protect your energy, especially if you feel the lack of energy. As I mentioned before, most probably you feel a lack of energy because you've lost yourself in the chaos of the mind. So mind is always a byproduct of what we allow ourselves to perceive and what is happening in our lives. So most of the things that are happening externally we can't control, but we can always control what we allow ourselves to perceive. Of course, some things we just need to be present there, like at your job, and maybe something chaotic may happen there. And if you're more empathic, you may lose yourself in all those mental sensations. It may be quite exhausting, but there's so much you can do. You know, if you feel the lack of energy, take care of your mind. So how can we take care of the mind? Well, mind is our tool. Mind is your friend. So start nurturing your mind as your friend. Start journaling your thoughts down. Start meditating more often. Start going into nature more often, because nature can just do its magic. You know, we go outside and we just feel much lighter. So journaling for me is so powerful, because if you're like me, like you're always thinking about certain concepts and ideas and maybe how to put something into words. Sometimes I sense an energy and I'm then thinking about how to put this energy into words, how to explain it or things like that. And sometimes I'm thinking how to put certain concepts into paintings and things like that. I'm often thinking about those things. So if you're like me, then often your mind can be all over the place. And if you're not taking care of it, it may become quite emotionally overwhelming. So make sure that you take care of it. You know, mind is like a garden, and we need to take care of the garden. Meditation to me is powerful. I needed to learn to meditate, to tap into the inner quietness, what it is. It means that as you're meditating, as you close down your eyes and you start breathing, and the natural thing will be that you will start thinking, you catch yourself thinking and you get back in quietness. And you may observe your thoughts, and you may observe the emotions, and you may observe whatever is happening within you. But you don't interact with it. You just observe it. And you will see that less you are paying attention to what is happening, less it is important to you. And as you're training that part of yourself, you will notice that tapping into inner quietness may become eventually much easier, until it becomes so natural that you can awaken inner quietness anytime in a day. So that's why I always mention meditation. Almost in every of my videos I will mention meditation, because if we do it correctly, it may completely shift our lives. And a magic will happen. And this is true. In daily life, if you go, let's say that you're an empath and you go to a crowded places and you tap into inner quietness, you will notice that your energy will stay pure. When you will get out of that crowded place, your energy will be still pure. You will not be exhausted. Because the thing is that when we're not thinking and judging and explaining and wandering with our mind in crowded places, we are not interacting with energy around us. When we're not interacting with energy around us, the energy around us can't influence us. So we stay pure. And that's why it is so powerful. That's why it can help you to protect your energy. Another thing that is important right now is to learn to stay in balance. So we may hear it often, but how it is helping us to protect our energy? Well, sometimes we may overwork on something, sometimes we may over-meditate on something, and the balance is required. Like, I like to work out, I like to be active, but at the same time I will always take time to meditate, I will always take time to chill. That's what helps me to create balance. And often I like to put those examples because maybe they can be helpful for you. If you're communicating a lot, if you're hanging with people a lot, also learn to be alone, because there's a power in being alone. When we're alone, we can experience greater clarity about our lives, about certain relationships, about what we're moving through, about whatever is happening. That's why both two things are important. Being hanging with people, being social, but also being alone. If you're a lot of time behind the screen, working on your computer or on your phone, also take time to leave everything behind and go outside into the nature. That's again balance, and there's many things we can balance in our lives. So pay attention to that and make sure that you start balancing the aspects of your life that requires a bit more balance. It will help you to protect a lot of your energy, because what is out of balance is draining our vital life force. And the reason for that is that we would pay more attention to the problem so we can bring solution there, right? So it will always help you to create a solution, right? And the last thing that I will bring you here is to take care of your sleep. Sleep is so powerful. The Lama said that the best meditation is a good sleep. So take care of the quality of your sleep, because it's not about how much you sleep, but the quality of your sleep. I've learned in my life that when I've started actually going into bed at a similar time, I've started sleeping much better, and I've started waking up at a similar time. So I go into bed at a similar time every single day, and I wake up at a similar time every single day, and it helped me to start sleeping much better. And usually people which mind is always active have much more problems with sleeping. That's why I had many problems with sleeping, especially when I lay down into bed. I've started thinking about all possible ideas that found me. Again, meditation helped me to take care of this. So you see, we are constantly jumping from one thing to another, but everything is so connected. All this information, meditation is a core to that, right? So take care of the quality of your sleep, and whole day long you will feel much better. My friends, I hope that any of this can help you to protect your energy for these present times, because it's a priority. Your energy is your priority. So, my friends, this is it for today. I'm sending you all lots of love, blessings, and power. I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting, and thanks to all of you for supporting my art in my Etsy shop. I Draw My Passion. You're all truly appreciated. To everyone who needs some daily reminders, you can also go and check out my Instagram page, AttractPassion. See you there. And to find my art gallery, go and check out my Instagram page, I Draw My Passion. See you there. Till next time, one love.